Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we will start our new topic, that is new chapter, that is theories of covalent bonding and shapes of molecules. In that one, today we will just discuss about the basics of chemical bonding, ionic bond and covalent and coordinate covalent bond. First of all, talking about chemical bonding. The word chemical bonding means the linking force of attraction, the linking force of attraction between linking force of attraction between two or more atoms on the ground of valence electron. Okay, means the linking force of attraction between two or more atom on the ground of valence electron. How? Like their linkages of the electron means attraction, repulsion, giving and taking, sharing of electron is called chemical bonding. Okay, talking about that giving and taking electron. Okay, so for that we will talk about first of all we will talk about the symbol of giving and taking of electrons, like the ionic bond, or you can also say that electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond means the flow of electron from valence shells. Okay, so we are having like giving and taking of, I can write here, giving and taking of electrons. This process is called ionic or electrovalent bond. Electro means electrons and valent means flow of electron from valence shell. Okay, so here we are ionic or covalent bond with ionic and covalent bond. So we are having two types. One is metal, means metal is giving, and secondly we are having non-metal. Non-metal is what? Non-metal is taking. Okay, talking about metal, like metal have a large atom, so that's why it's sharing its electron to the non-metal, because non-metal always have a small atoms, and which will give electron got positive charge called cation, and which will loss is called anion. Okay, likewise we are taking the two atoms. One is like Na. Okay, sodium 11. Okay, and secondly non-metal we are having F we are having 9. Okay, now let me make a diagram. Like we are having 11 and 9. We are having Na is having 11. One is 2, then 8, then 1, like 2, 8, 10. One is remaining, one will come here, 10. Okay, secondly if we will talk about F. In F we are having 9, like first 2, then 7. F is a non-metal. Okay, now it need one electron to be stable. So like this is a one electron, it will be sharing to this one, it will gain one electron, and it will got a negative charge called anion, it will got a positive charge called cation. Okay, so this process happens in ionic bond. Means who gave the first theory of ionic bond was introduced, ionic bond was introduced by W. Cosell introduced about the ionic bond. Okay, after that giving and taking of electron means loss or gain. As I told you already that loss or gain, I can also write here loss or gain of electron of electron sorry, it's electron. Losing or gaining of electrons from metal means metals from metal large atoms to non-metal means small atoms. Okay, like talking about its properties, Number one property of it is that ionic bond having more boiling and melting point, means high boiling and melting point. Boiling and melting, high boiling and melting point. Okay, second point, it's have that it's a hard solid. It's formed in hard solid. Why in hard solid? Because it depends on the charges, means positive ion, negative ion, so that's why it's formed in a hard solid. Okay, after that, talking about it's having more density because it's a tightly packed because of high charges. All the reasons behind it is the high charges, because it's having a charges, and in covalent bond there is a lack of charges. Okay, so because it having more density because of tightly packed, and it's a non-directional. It don't have any directional because it's having a low energy, non-directional. Rather than talking about a covalent bond is a directional in X, Y, Z because it's having a high energy and this is a low energy. Okay, so this was about ionic bond. Here I should ionic or bold it. Ionic or now we will talk about covalent. Just wait. Covalent bond. And one more thing, that ionic bond does not make a coordinate covalent bond because it's not making a lone pair. Which will be making a lone pair? Okay, that will make a coordinate covalent bond. So talking about covalent bond, the theory of the covalent bond was given Lewis. Okay, he introduced first time about the covalent bond. Actually, covalent bond means sharing of electrons. Sharing of electrons means unpaired electrons from non-metal to non-metal. Non-metal to non-metal. Sharing of electron from non-metal to non-metal. How? First of all, we should know about their properties. That as I saw that it's formed in a hard solid. So it formed in gaseous form because it's not that much you can say hard solid because it's having a charges, but covalent bond don't have a charges, it's having a low amount, means a lack of charges. So it's formed in a gaseous, you can say in a liquid and soft solid, not in hard solid, soft solid form. Okay, formed in gaseous, liquid and soft solid. Okay, after that, another property of it is that it's a directional. It's having a directions, means directional, and it's having three directional, x, y and z. On x axis, like on x line, will be called linear line because it's a straight line, and its sharing is called as sigma sharing. Okay, it's a linear line and called sigma sharing. Sharing from the x-axis is called sigma sharing. Sharing from the y-axis, this line is called pi bond. It's a parallel. Talking about z is also same, so we should write y and z together. Y and z both are having same properties, that it's parallel and it's called a pi bond. Fusion bond. First one is making a sigma sharing, sigma bond. Second one is pi bond. Okay, let's move further. After that, taking an example of a covalent bond, that how it's making a sharing of electrons from non-metal to non-metal. Example, like we are having a same of nitrogen, and nitrogen is a non-metal. Nitrogen 7 on both sides. One is non-metal, second also non-metal. So nitrogen is equal to 7. 7 nitrogens. Okay. Now what it will do? Just remember my two sentences, that pair electron is called lone pair, which will make coordinate covalent bond, but unpair electron will make covalent bond. Okay, single covalent bond, double covalent bond, triple covalent bond, these all covalent bonds are making by the directionals. So there is a nitrogen 7. Likewise, here I will make a covalent bond of nitrogen. Just wait. Now let me show you, just making some larger. Like here we are having one nitrogen, Here we are having another nitrogen. Okay, firstly we'll share one electron, one electron here, one electron here, one electron here, one electron here, 4 electron done. Now talking about fifth, it's 5 electron, it's having 2 electrons. Okay, talking about here, same, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here these electrons making a pair. Okay, so the pair electron is called a lone pair. Okay, and it's making a coordinate covalent bond. Talking about these unpaired electrons, these are 3 unpaired electrons on both sides. What we will do, we will put these 3 electrons from both sides, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Now three electrons, that is unpaired, so these unpaired electrons make covalent bond. So it's making a triple covalent bond. Nitrogen sharing of electrons of nitrogen from non-metal to non-metal is making triple covalent bond. So how we will write the triple covalent bond over here? We will write in this one method. We will write N, and on this one side 2, there will the 3 electron, 1 2 3, it will not count, then 1 2 3 and 1 2 3. Okay, so this is called a triple covalent bond. If there will be a double, so we will make like this. If single, so we will make like this. So it's the process to making a covalent bond. If sharing of electron from unpaired electrons of non-metal is making a covalent bond, sharing of electron from non-metal to non-metal is making a pairs, is making a lone pair, will make coordinate covalent bond. Hope you understand today's lecture. Thank you so much for listening.